today is Wednesday, and you know what Wednesday is? Wednesday is the sister chat. Well, we are not only going to chat it up, but we have something special for you because today we are welcoming the Ray Lamar Experience. And if anyone is from Philadelphia that knows anyone about open mic, about the voice, about the mood, about the coolness, then you know about Mr. Ray Lamar, and you know it's truly going to be an experience. So we're going to give you 5 minutes to clear whatever you need to clear because the experience on the sister chat, it starts now.
And now a word from our proud sponsors. Weekend Radio Shropshire of the UK International Radio. Proud sponsors Sean Tonk of the UK, England. Tri-City's finest king of the oldies, Ali Hackett, the Princess Lovely, and DJ Wells. The international radio station that makes you turn your radio up.
Well, hello, doll. How are you, doll?
How you doing, darling? I'm good, girl. I'm good. Busy.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
And what you busy with?
Girl, it's hush. I can't tell you.
You can't tell?
I can't tell.
Why? Is it complicated?
It's a secret.
Oh, it's not complicated, but it is complicated because it's a secret. You can't tell.
How that is a secret. It ain't ready for the world to know yet. This is just private. It's a private situation.
You know, that was the name of a group, Ready for the World.
It ain't ready for the world yet.
So welcome everybody to the sister chat. Yeah. And boy, do we have a chat ready for you guys. Don't you? So we have a special guest today, a musical guest today. Well, we always kind of have a musical guest, but
yes, we do.
But this one is going to be a little more inclined for the ladies. I think you're going to like this because you're getting it from a man's perspective.
Yes, we are. You know, we like that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we like it.
It's got a little sex appeal going on today.
Well, that too. But we as women, we already have our definition of what certain things mean.
Yes.
Right. And just before we came on, we talked about the evolution of the word now called experience.
Yes.
Because everybody is now an experience.
Everybody's an experience. Every industry is using it. All the artists are now using it. Hallelujah. Yes, that's what's happening.
But you know what? I like to use it early. Yep, I'm pronouncing it early. My pastor, as my pastor James Moore Sr. would say.
What do you say?
It's almost like he says about when we get offended with the church choir when somebody else sing our song. That was my song. And you're like, well, when the song came out and it hit the street, it became everybody's song. It's no longer just yours. And even when our personal names, you know how many Shaunas I done ran into? I thought I was unique because I had the U, but then I found out there was some other people with U's. Facebook helped me with that. I was like, wait a minute. When I saw the shirt, because I can never go anywhere and get a customized anything unless I have them customize it themselves.
Right. Yes.
My name.
I remember that.
And I'm like,
now it's everywhere, right?
You now everybody got the AU, the OU, the Owen name. Like, hold on. But it just like I was explaining to you earlier today, my name was Babe at 13, but mine was an acronym. That's why they call me Babe. The BABE, it meant something. Now today it means something too. But it just goes to the fact of, I guess it depends on what it is to you, what makes it unique, even though everyone's using it.
Yes.
So everyone's having an experience. We're having an experience. Tomorrow night, there'll be another experience. But the experience is unique because it's the actual person's experience that you're about to experience. Which brings,
God.
Which brings us to
experience the experience and then experience that.
Exactly. Like we had all these different experiences. Like we all experienced the taste of seafood, and we all had our experiences with that. We all had our experiences with men. We all had our experiences of life. We all had experiences of school. And
right, but they became titles now. You know what I mean? Like now it's a title, where before it was an experience. What you actually experienced. Now it has become a title.
Well, I don't know if I would say it became a title. I think it became more of an expression, a boom, bang to the name. I don't know if I want to say title. I wouldn't say title. I would say
it is what your title. This is what they're using. That's what they're using as their brand. It's a title.
Right. Well, some people call it a title. Some people call it a flavor. Like
it's a flavor, but it becomes a brand. Like you're branding yourself as the experience.
Well, from your perspective, I can see that. But then on my side of this perspective, I see it differently. I see it like me putting on glitter eyeliner versus black eyeliner.
You know what? You and your analogies.
And that's what I'm trying to come up with. To somebody else, they may be saying it's a title. To someone else, they're saying it's not more so a title, but it's a pop. It's something to bring out my name. It's an introduction.
It's a flavor and a color.
Yeah,
flavor and a color, and so it has become very popular. Let's just say that.
Like, let's say Shauna. When I say it, it's Shauna. When somebody else say it, it's Shauna. No, it's Shauna.
Oh, we gotta get the hand. We gotta get the hand all in there.
Get the on and the end.
We gotta get the shoulders in it. What's happening?
Yes, it's a Shauna because everybody gonna get a Shauna experience. Some get a Shauna experience. Some get a Sean experience. Some get a Shauna experience.
Oh, watch out there now. You better watch out when that one comes. Like, what had happened was that be the experience.
You know what? With that being said,
let's not go down that road because you know what? You know how I get.
Look, with that being said, because I keep telling you, itchy skin causes itchy problems, and I got an itch there.
You know, I'd be like, don't wheel me back in the day. No, let me go.
And just because of that, and because she did that, y'all know what I'm going to do, right? We're going to let her do welcome. Welcome everybody to the show. There you go.
Welcome to the Sister Chat, where we are going to be chatting it up with one of our musical Philly flavors. I'm going to call it flavor because that is the experience. The experience is a flavor. And I just want to say, I'm excited. I'm excited to talk to him. I'm excited. I love his music. I'm excited to hear what he has to say. So, honey, let the experience go on and just start right now.
Okay. Didn't that
Okay.
sound familiar, y'all? Didn't it sound like the inspirational moments?
Shut the front door.
So listen, when it comes to Mr. Ray Lamar, that man himself is him. You know what? He got the right name. I got to say it. He does have the right name, and he's had this name for quite some time, for as long as I've known him, and I've known him for a good 6 years now, maybe longer. And you know, you never know a person until they open up more about you. You know, you be with them forever, and then you be like, I never knew they was this. I never knew they was this. Well, I never knew they was this.
Exactly. Yes.
That's kind
I
of
agree.
that kind of what happened with him. You know, when I met him, I didn't even know it was, you know, I don't get it. I guess that's what the gullibleness of me and the naive part of me is. I don't see people for what they do. I see people for who they are. I seen him, Ray. I seen him as Mar. That's what I call him, Mar. But then I seen him playing keys, but I didn't recognize that he was the key man of the Ray Lamar Experience band. I didn't know he was the voice that kind of retweaked and redid Boot Up. I didn't.
We didn't know that. Hey.
Or did he's so quiet and he's sitting back and you would never know. And then we did a play together called The Uptown. And when we did The Uptown together, he was one of the guys that did the steps. And the way he was stepping, I should have known he was a musician. Do you know that some musicians can't dance?
I do.
I didn't know.
There are some musicians that do not dance. They do not dance. They don't want to dance. They say my flavor, my rhythm is in my instrument. I don't have it in my feet.
And then when they be doing the dance with the instrument, they take the instrument away. They don't know how to dance. I'm like, you better act like there's something in front of us. You better get
pretend.
Wait a minute.
They like, I ain't going out there.
All of this, and you were just all of this, and you took the instrument together. You became 2 left feet. Really?
And they ain't gonna show you that. They're just not gonna dance. They're not gonna allow you to see that. No. They're like, no, that's all right. I'm not going down. I'm not going down that road. Thank you very much. But when sit right here with my instrument, I'm gonna blow on, I'm gonna string on, I'm gonna play on, but I am not gonna dance.
But what I do know is to talk to Mr. Ray Lamar, you really got to sit there and listen. Because if you listen, you be like, wow.
Oh, he deep.
Like, we be sitting there and we be having conversations. And
right.
Like, what they talking about? We know what we be talking about. But that's how deep he is. I had to thank him because he was one of the reasons why Lotus by Design was created. Because he was talking about lotuses and how I like the lotus. He's like, well, you are a lotus. I was like, what? He's like, you are. And then he started breaking down things that we've been through and that we've known and we've conquered. And he was like, that's what a lotus does. I was like, so you mean to tell me I'm a lotus by design? I said, I like that. I like that. Lotus by design.
Yeah, it's really nice when someone sees you, if you know what I mean. You know, everybody who looks at you and chats with you don't see you. They are unique people that see the good in you, see the light in you. You know what I mean? And then can actually put that to words. You know what I mean? Because people will feel it. And I was like, you know, I said, but to be able to recognize and then share with you their thought. And you're like, So it's like validating what you know is in you, but you didn't see it. You know what I mean? Because we can't see ourselves as quickly as other people see us. I'm like, I don't know. I don't see myself at all sometimes. Be like, what? Did I do that?
And you know what else I liked about it? Our friendship never plundered, never stretched, never dropped. Like, because he knew what I could do, he didn't take that and run with that and then pack it up and Not that sometimes you can't hold on to people, because some people are supposed to grow, some people are supposed to move forward. But the way he did it, he never stopped turning around and saying, you there? Come on. Right. I'm like, Go ahead. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'll meet you at the next rest stop with the water bottles and chairs.
Right.
You
So
know,
he truly got your back.
he truly had your back. He did. He
Yes,
wasn't.
that's a true
That.
friend.
That's a true friend.
That's
And
a true friend.
you have to be careful who you call
Well,
friend.
friend.
Temporary lovers. They're like part-time lovers. I'm your part-time friend until I'm done with you. And then after I'm done with you, or you're not, or I can't, I'm done with you.
I can't get what I want. I'm gonna get what I want, what I can get, and then I'm off to the other races. Yeah, it is so important to have that true friend. And only true friend, people with a true heart, can see you. And you know, Shauna, we are Scorpios and we are very reserved. So it takes a special person to see us because we have a shell that we put up. This is what it is. We are your best friend and we are very loyal. But a lot of people don't see us. They can't see through. Because people used to say, girl, I don't never know where you going, what you come, how you coming. You know what I mean? They know I'm coming, but they don't know, girl, I don't know what you're gonna do. I don't know what you're gonna do. And I think we kind of like that. You know what I mean? That people cannot absolutely pinpoint us on the board. You know what I mean? Because we all over the board. But yeah, I do so appreciate when someone can really truly see you. That's special.
Right. See, now mine is the opposite way. Okay, I think I froze too.
You did.
I did. But I'm going to keep speaking with it and it's going to pop up in a minute. But mine was a little different because they see me, they know me, but they don't see the real me behind me, if that makes sense.
That makes sense to me.
Because we got so much that we do and that we can offer and that we have, and that's what they see.
That's what they see.
Then that's what they pick you for. But they don't actually get the opportunity to say, I really know her besides what all she do, can do, have done, will do, been doing, seen doing, felt doing, just doing.
Oh, don't talk about feeling it now. Okay.
So that's what I mean. So when you say we all over the board, we all over the board. We could be pinpointed here, there, and everywhere. But then when they really get down to it,
yes,
you don't see the person behind the person that was doing it.
Exactly.
Like passion. Some people miss passion.
That unique, that quiet person that we truly are. That special heart that we truly have. We protect it because we're in so many things. Our hands are in so many things, and truly we are eclectically good at quite a few things. You know what I mean? Like I had to realize that, and then we're true leaders. Even though I opt out most of the time for the leadership role, it seems to follow me. It comes to me. So I just appreciate when you have that good friend and he can see you or she can see you for who you are. But it's really special when he can see you.
And that's sometimes missed because we be so busy attending and tending to them that they really miss who we are. And then by the time they really realize who we are, they done dogged us and broke us and now we gone. They be like, dang.
See, because I absolutely have to have friendship first. So you get a chance to know me. And I think that's one of the differences between the October Scorp and the November Scorp.
Break it down for them. Bring you up.
The October Scorp.
Before you do that. And
you better talk about where we at.
No, I need you to tell them, tell them where we at, and then break down the October thing.
Listen. I just want you guys to know that we are out there. We are on Facebook Live right now. We're out on all streams. We're on YouTube right now. We are streaming live right now on your YouTube channel. It's TKBSDS Prod or go to our .com. Our website is TKBSDS Productions with an S.com. Go there for all of our uncut images and sound. But not only that, honey child, let me tell you, our podcast is live. Our podcast is on all music platforms. That includes Spotify, Apple, Anchor, and guess what? Yes, honey, we've been picked up by the one and only iHeartRadio. So let me tell you what you know. Let me tell you what you don't know. Go on out there to YouTube, go on to your podcast, go on to our .com, TKBSDSproductions.com, and plug us into your ears, watch us on the platform, and share it with your friends. Okay? But now let me tell you about this Scorpio thing. For all the Scorpios out there.
I don't think they're ready. Yeah, tell them. They ain't ready though.
Yeah, we special. And, sometimes our parents call us the special one. What that really means is, okay, we have our own way of thinking. We have our own way of doing things. Okay. We are truly loyal. And your best friend, I still got some of my friends from kindergarten. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it is. And I think there's a difference between these October and November Scorps. Now, I'm an October Scorp, okay? And my sister S over here, I'm Starlene. That's showing that, we two S's. And then we got S's kind of body. And then we got these S's kind of personalities, right? And people love us for that, but we're good at a lot of different things. And I found that I would get bored, if I was only doing one thing. Even growing up, I was on the basketball team, on the track team, on the volleyball team. I was singing like I've never, ever done one thing at a time. I was in the orchestra, in the choir, like I've always been busy. Okay. I never came straight home from school. You know what I mean? I had after practice and rehearsals after school. So I think Friday was the only day I ever came straight home. So it was really in me and ingrained in me all along. But, going through school, friendships, those friendships, I really, really treasured my friendships. I did notice that my girlfriends who were November Scorps, they were much more adamant. They were much more, I'll say maybe flamboyant. With style. Yes, they were much more, you know what I mean? Like, look, boom, I'm here. Okay. Yes, that's how they were. And then they always wanted to organize everything. I had one sister girl as like always wanted me to go out with her, right? But we had to do everything that she wanted to do. I wasn't allowed to have any input in what we were doing. And she's like, I'm gonna come pick you up. Da, da, da. I'm like, okay, great. I ain't gotta drive, right? This chick wouldn't even stop at the store if I wanted to stop. Oh no, we going here, we doing this, we doing that. Well, why do you have to have absolutely complete control of the whole situation when it's two of us in here? I was like, wait a minute, that's what's good. Hold up, wait. Scorpio. You realize I'm a Scorpio too, right? So that means I do have my own opinion and my own way of thinking about things. And I'm all right with that. But that was the one thing that I saw. And on the man situation, with the November ones, you better not mess with their man. You better not even look at their man. They coming at your neck if you mess with their man, hunty. Okay? They really special when it comes to their man. Get away. Listen, don't look. Don't look at him. Very, 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 very jealous and very, very monetary when it came to money. Like they wanted everything that was about that money. They was about, let's get that money. Like their men, all of them had men who had lots of money. Okay.
You know what?
They
You gonna
ain't
make
play
me
when
go
it came to
outside.
the
You
money.
gonna,
Okay.
you gonna make me go outside. Keep talking. You gonna make me go outside on this one because I'm gonna need some air because you talking some real crazy shenanigan. I don't even know what Scorpio friend you had, but
I'm like, girl, yes. I just did notice that was one of the differences that I saw when it came. They were like, if he ain't got no money, we can't even talk. Okay. We are not talking. Listen. And then will tell me, make sure you check their shoes. Make sure what? I'm like, I am very, very different in that I'm a people person. I love a person with a good heart. I look for
Okay.
that more than anything else. All of that will fall by the wayside when it comes to me. I don't care about that. I want to be comfortable, but my whole thing is that we, work together. And together we can make anything happen, right? Hunty. My sister Scott, she was like,
I don't know.
I ain't
I
making
don't
nothing
know.
happen unless he got everything he need for me.
Now, I don't know if that's just a sign thing because I'm a November Scorpio. I'm born under everything Scorpio, even down to the sun. But I did not experience that. I don't
Yeah.
I don't do the money thing. I don't do the now, I will say this. When I used to skate, my sister used to say I would go on the skating floor and be like, bam, I'm here to skate. Now that I will say. She did say that. But the other part, no, but I've noticed that it's not really sign gender. It's complicated because I found that on other signs where they were
Yeah,
like
no,
that.
I'm not saying that in
And I
particular.
believe some of that came from maturity, the matured zodiac, because the only Scorpio that I can say that I am to the point, and you can look at my man all you want because I was secure in my thing. My thing was, is he looking back so I can know I need to go? That was the only time I was looking. Like, something I need to see here that I need not to see, and I can dismiss myself. That's where I was. I never was jealous about a man because my thing was, it ain't that. It ain't like that for me. So
No.
my thing is just like a good question was asked today. A good question was asked today, and the question was, if you see your man talking to a woman, or you find your man with a woman, would you address the woman? I was like, no.
Nope.
Ain't got nothing to do with her. Now, if she addresses me, oh, then that's a problem. You can ask my ex-husband that. Don't come confronting me. What y'all got going on and what we got going on got nothing to do with you.
Boo.
But if you decide you want to come and address me about what I already had prior to you, you and him can go.
Mm-hmm.
Bye-bye.
I have really never had that female drama. I really haven't. I'm
They tried it. They tried it.
Yeah, I haven't.
They tried, but I just didn't give into stuff like that because my thing is I ain't got time.
Ain't nobody never called me talking about your man, my man, all that. No. I live in a whole, I'm like, that's why I say, Lord, thank you, Jesus, for allowing me to be in the bubble that I am in. And thank you for your protection because I don't want that around. And I think because when you take the time, just take the time, to really get to know someone and what they're capable of. A lot of people, you would find out in a short period of time what they're capable of. Okay. So
that's true. And that's what
I take the time to really be a friend. I want to like you as a friend because even if, the relationship doesn't work out, I still want to have that friendship because friendship means that much to me. And I don't have bad breakups, because of that. Because I take the time to get to know them and, we step into that realm and it's working for a while, but then it doesn't, you know what I mean? But we're able to, part as friends. So if I see any of my exes now, today, tomorrow, they will always greet me warmly. You know what I mean? It's always like, hey, you know what I mean? Always a hug kind of thing. I don't want you to feel like you like, oh, grr, there she go. I want to cross the street. I don't even want to see it. Like, because some of these women, and I had to stop defending women so much because, me being an athlete, I'm around a lot of guys. And so I would listen to their side of the story. And I would always be defending women until women started to change. They started to change so much so that I was like, dang, I can't even defend y'all no more. Because they have gotten so out of pocket with obsession and possession, and you obsessed with this guy and you want to possess him. And I'm like, you can't control anybody, but they want to control him, control his narrative, control who he around. Like, it's so much. And then the guy is like, okay, all right, they in it, you know what I mean, to begin with. I'm like, oh, she fine, yeah. Oh, okay, she got the good, yeah, okay. But then when they find out just how crazy you are, some of them men love crazy. So they like that super jealous, crazy woman. Because they say she got the snapper, whatever that means. But then what's that flag on the field? Well, okay, that might be a flag.
You like the crazy.
Yeah.
Did another woman say the women's are crazies? Did we say that?
Because now you know what I mean, you stalking him, you're busting windows out his car, you're scratching the car up. Like, who got time to do all that? If you got to be in his phone and looking all through to find out what he doing, why are you with him? I need somebody I can trust. That's the main bottom line. We don't trust easily. So you got to go through some hoops to get my trust. And most people, like that, they don't have that kind of time to put in. You know what I mean? So you ain't being just trying to be a true friend. You ain't trying to really be with me. But yeah, because of that, because of all of the nasty things that they do, after things break up, it's hard to, get beyond that. And I can't say anymore. Like women, no, we would never do that. No, we don't do that, because now we do. I'm not one of them.
Let me put the disclaimer out. I think we need to put the disclaimer out.
You might want to go ahead with that one.
Yeah, we're going to have to put that disclaimer out. See, listen, all of you who are new to the Sister Chat, let's put our disclaimer out here now before our guests come in, because Mr. Ray Lamar should be getting ready to walk in the door with his people any moment now. But let's put the disclaimer out. How I feel may not be how you feel. We can agree to disagree. What works for me may not work for you. What works for you may not work for me. The uniqueness of us. What we're saying is this is a smorgasbord. We're just trying to get you to look at things from a different perspective. And it may be a better perspective of something that make you say, you know what? They got a point there. Mm-hmm. And with that being said, Cinderella, you can choose to wear the shoe or not. It's up to you. Mm-hmm. If you want to let it fit, or if it does fit and you just don't want to wear it, it's up to you. Treat it like you do at the Golden Corral. You don't want to go to another platter. It's up to you. And that's my disclaimer. So what's yours?
My disclaimer is pretty much the same. It's just that this is us. This is our opinion. And I'm going to speak for myself. This is my opinion from my point of view, from my life. And I'm sharing that information with you. So if you can agree with it, or you understand where I'm coming from, that is wonderful. But if you don't, and you can't understand, that's okay too. It is all right to be all right, to agree, to disagree. But this is a conversation. And with conversation, you're going to need to hear more than your own side of things. So we're giving you our opinion so that you can just taste on it a little bit and see if it fits with how you feel. And that is my disclaimer.
Well, there go her box of chocolates, y'all. Either y'all want to eat them or you don't.
Because you know what I say. Life is like a box of chocolates. Pick which one you want. And then don't be spitting it out. Be like, no, that's not it. Be like, no, that's not it either. You know what I mean? Don't bite it first. Break it. Break it with your hand or cut it with a knife. See if what you like is inside. And then taste it.
See, I don't now. As for me, I don't do all that. I got to bite it. If I don't like it, it's going in the trash. That's I'm just letting y'all know.
I
I just
did used
buy
to
me a whole
cut
new
them.
box. I just
I
buy me a
started
whole new
cutting
box
them.
of chocolate. They're in my box anyway. So
I started cutting them because I want to know what's inside. I want to see it. So I'm like, okay, no, I
no,
don't like
I
that.
don't want to see what's. I don't want to see what's inside. I want to be surprised. Surprise me, baby.
Yeah, I got too
Oh, we
many
talk about different
surprises.
stuff. We talk about different type of chocolates. Okay, so back
Yeah,
to what
you
we
know,
were
the
saying
caramel and
earlier.
the cream chocolate.
Yeah,
Yeah, all of that.
man. I
Mhm.
told you certain things we ought not say during certain seasons. Ooh.
Well, life is like a box of chocolates. Mm-hmm. Go and get it. Get your chocolate.
Did she go to church on us, y'all? But
With
like we were
chocolate.
saying, sometimes, unfortunately, people are taught to behave that way. And when you have a whole gang of girls that are doing the same thing, then that's why you become that woman. But if you don't have that auntie, that friend that's there that tells you you're not worth wasting your time breaking his windows or messing up his car, what is that going to do? It's not going to do anything but get him to go get
Nope.
another pair or nothing else and move on. And stop saying you ain't going to find somebody that's better than me. Yeah, you found you.
Yep.
Stop it.
Yep.
Understand that what's for you is going to be for you, period. If it's not going to be for you,
Exactly.
keep it moving. But understand, see, what had happened was we was taught,
WHHW.
use what you got to get what you want,
Whoop.
but we weren't told the other part, but it may not be yours to want. So you use all this and it ain't even yours. And you fighting on it, but it ain't even yours. Then you get it to
That's
realize you
good.
didn't even want it. And
Right.
then you be like, dang, and I did all, yeah,
Yes.
you begged for this. You begged for this. And now you
Yes.
got it. And now you want to get out of it. Excuse me. Get to know it
Get
first.
to know. Take
Once
the
you have
time
that
to get to
one-on-one
know
and
them.
get to know it, you find
Yes.
out, is that a flaw that I'm willing to
To deal
excuse for
with.
the rest of my life? And then understand the difference of settling for a flaw, because we do
Mm,
that. We'll
yes.
settle for a flaw just because we want it, knowing good and darn well that that's not it.
Yeah. And stop thinking you can fix everything. And I know as women and mothers, we're nurturers and we think that we can fix it. And we like, fix it, Jesus. You know what I mean? But don't be bringing him into a situation that you know is already negative. And that is a deal breaker scenario. When he's doing something that is a deal breaker scenario, like slapping you across your face, get out. Like that is not what's happening. And that is not love. Even though I know there are some people who really think and believe that, when someone is aggressive with them, that they love them. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
what that's about. I don't, understand it. Um, but some things you just really need to open up and pray about and realize that even when you're in that long-term relationship and you were together say at least 5 years or whatever, right? And then you think, okay, it's been 5 years, things aren't going well, you break up, and now you're so angry that you would just want to do things to hurt him. Why? Why are you going to hurt someone that you loved? And if you want to get back with him, hurting him is not going to do it. Hurting him is not going to do it. It's only going to push him away even more. And then he's going to think your booty is crazy. Yeah. So I would just suggest that you hold yourself back. Go in the house and cry a little bit. Let them tears out instead of going and busting out somebody's windows or doing the crazy stuff that my girlfriend did, calling the IRS on them and stuff. Stupid stuff. Like, I just want to hurt him. Why? Why is it that deep?
I
And why do
agree.
you have that feeling that you want to hurt him so bad?
I agree.
Because, knucklehead, you still love him. So what you need to do is fall back and let him come to you. When you're quiet
Well,
and you fall back, if they really love you, they will come back to you. But if you continue to this thing, they will never come back. And then you have killed that forever.
But you know what? That's where it gets complicated because some of these things we just want because it's familiar. We really don't even want it. We think that is love, and it's not. And that's why you got to really break that thing down to understand. Here I'm with this guy all this time. What good was it? What did it do? What did it not do? And then you got to really think about it and understand that is it loving you to stay? Knowing that you're going to remember why you left from the beginning? Steve Harvey said it best. Steve Harvey said the minute you start missing your ex, remember why he was your ex.
Right?
And that just makes logical sense. Now, some people may say, "Really, you went with Steve Harvey?" Yeah, believe it or not, some people don't knock the message because you don't understand the messenger.
Yeah, you just got to give
Because
yourself time.
why would you want to sit there in a situation like I said before? You mad at this girl because this girl didn't want you. Okay, why would you want to be with somebody who don't want you?
Exactly.
Just because you want them.
Right.
That's not it. Why are you doing more damage to yourself? Well, I'm gonna make them. You can't make somebody. The best thing you want to do is make somebody want you. You get in it and realize,
I didn't really want to. No, it wasn't worth it. You know,
and then you gotta try to get out of it. Then you losing this, and you lose. It's not. Look, stop. Yes. That's girly.
Have some self-esteem about yourself. Know what you want. And then just be you. Like, you know, I see, you know, women that change up. You know what I mean? They're your friend until they got a man, and then they're not your friend no more. And why are you changing? I want someone who loves me and my friends. You know what I mean? Loves me and cares about my friends. And is not trying to cut me off from my friendships, cut me off from my business or whatever it is that I'm doing. You know, oh, I met you through that business. Well, okay. So you met me through that business. Now you don't want me to do it because you think what? I'm going to meet somebody else? Like, seriously?
But see, that's what you got to understand. That's the part you got to understand. Sometimes it's not as straightforward as that. It's complicated. Why I can no longer be your friend. Like, I'm your friend and I have a boyfriend. Don't expect me to be there for you like I was before because I'm with my man now. I understand you're saying, but you should have some room for me. Yes, you should. But then you as my friend should understand I'm now in something.
Right.
We're creating something. We're building something. We're doing something. It doesn't mean you no longer exist. It just means that right now I'm being loyal and dedicated to my man. And me and my man is doing things. And then we're going to learn to break out. But then it also comes back in of when you're, it was told to me by a very wise man. If you lose friends over your new friend, maybe you may have to revisit who's your new friend.
Ooh. Well,
you're not supposed to lose. You're supposed to gain.
Yeah.
And then by you being a friend, don't you be that jealous friend. Be like, oh, she got a man now. She ain't got no time for me. Well, the only reason why I had time for you because I had no man. I got somebody now. Somebody got my time. Don't be mad at me.
Yeah, I still see.
That's what you better
say. See life.
You better say I'm next. You better say I'm next. That's what you say. Say I'm next. I'm going to get me a boyfriend next. Don't do that. And there's a lot of people that break up friendships because they don't understand the point of I have a man now and I'm doing things with my man. It becomes complicated because it's like you have two best friends now and you're putting me in the middle of, well, who's your best friend? My man. I'm going to let y'all know right now. Some of y'all not going to agree with me, and you're right, and it should be that way. But sometimes when you have a man and a friend, you indirectly put your friends in that position because you say they with their man now, or it's all about them and their man now. Because I'm gonna tell you this, y'all gonna laugh.
I don't know if I agree.
Wait a minute, let me make you laugh first. I'm gonna let y'all know right now. And I'm saying it in front of everybody, and somebody probably gonna get mad and say, "Did she really say that on national?"
Well, the disclaimer has been said, so go ahead.
I'm going to pick him over her every day. I'm gonna pick him every day, okay? I'm always going to pick a him over a her. They both got the same vowel after name, but it's a different one. I want that. I don't want the H-E. I want the H-I. I said the I got something I want that I need. That her with the E can't give me. I need the I. So
I understand. And I'm not looking at it in that profoundness, in that it's an either or scenario. What I'm looking at is that I have cultivated friendships that I love. And these are people that I love. And if you are a true friend of mine, you already understand who I am. And I'm always going to have that. You're always going to be my friend. Now, that doesn't say that you're going to be in my everyday life and you're not going to understand that, I'm in a relationship now. These are grown individuals. So they understand that, so I don't see that as much. But what I do see is certain friends, they just cut everybody off. You know what I mean? And then
girl,
as
they
soon as
trying to
they
get
don't
their
have a
man, girl.
relationship, then
I
they're
don't even
in.
be
They
there.
want to be in the relation. They want to see what their girlfriends is doing. I don't do that. You know what I mean? Even though I have
I'm
a
mad.
man,
I'm mad. They
and
want the
even with
man.
the man, I still want my girl time. I want him to have his male friends and his male time, and I want to have my girl's time, and I want to have him and I time. I think that whole scenario is that we are all people and we continue to grow in this world. I don't want to cut people off. I don't want to not have anybody else in my life with you. I want us as a couple to be able to talk about anything and everything and to be there and support our friends. For me, I like your friends, you like mine. Might be a couple of your friends that I don't like, but I don't like him too much. But I'm not going to tell you not to be with him because I don't feel him. You know what I mean?
But you know what?
Like
There's
there
some people
are
that's
scenarios
personal.
for people of growth. That is
But
a
that's
sign
personal.
of growth.
But
Yes.
that's personal for you. Now, for
Yes.
you, that may be personal growth for you.
That is
But
me.
with someone else, that's not considered personal growth. That's considered I'm making time to learn my man. And if my girlfriends don't understand me, then they really wasn't my girlfriends because they didn't
But I'm
understand that
saying
I
just the
understand you need my
opposite.
time.
They
Wait a minute.
do.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Get it, girl.
I know you need your time, but my man need my time right now. So let us work it out together until we can get us all incorporated together. See, that's what happens when
Have
you're
you
learning
ever
one
had
and
that?
learning.
You really had a girlfriend that came to you about spending time with her when you was with your man? I've never had a girlfriend do that.
Yeah.
I haven't.
Yeah. But just because we haven't doesn't mean they don't exist. But yeah, they do exist. There are some that has
Well,
girlfriends.
I told you, I live in a bubble. I'm special.
And some
I'm
of
my
them,
mama's special
yeah,
child.
y'all, she is special, y'all. She really is special. One of these days, we're going to have a special about her specialness. No, we won't. No, we won't. But look, we got to be special and pay this bill. So we be right back, y'all, okay? We be right back.
I feel like busting loose. I said, Shala, come on, y'all said. I said, Shala, get it, y'all said. I said, Shala, come on, y'all said. I said, Shala, hit it, y'all said. Give me the red.
So yeah, we all run into different types of peoples, and this was kind of coming into the complicated situation that we're going to experience with Mr. Ray Lamar when he comes in the house. And some of y'all may have walked in and said they're going at it. They're really disagreeing today. Well, yeah, we have moments when we disagree, and I mean we disagree hard. But
we do not.
Yes, we do.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do. But
no, we don't.
But we understand to agree to disagree to understand a different person's perspective and uniqueness.
Yes.
Whereas that's what it requires for her. It don't require that for me. Now, does it mean she's wrong? No. It just means in her world, that's how it is. And I can decide if I want to be a part of that world and how do I fit in it, if I fit in it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what some of us don't understand. And that's where it becomes complicated. And that's where we get all these little different problems, because we may have a man that maybe is a little antisocial, but we
Mm-hmm.
love that man. So our
That's
girlfriends don't
true.
understand that, but we do. We
Mm-hmm.
understand our man. So we don't bring our man there. Our girlfriends may feel some type of way because he never want to come out, but he got to build himself to that because that's who he is. And
Mm-hmm.
when we don't understand and recognize who people are in our lives and individually fit, that's where we're going to have problems. And
Yeah.
that's where we run into those little different situations.
Yeah. That's true. Because everybody is not an extrovert. Everybody don't like to travel. Because I'm like, my ex didn't like going anywhere. I'm like, well, I'll be back. I'm still gonna go if I love to travel. I'm a travel agent, and for me to be with a man who does not travel and don't want to go, that's hard, but you need to know that I am going to go anyway, with you or without you, I'm going. I need to experience something new and different. I need new cultures. I need to hear and see all of that. And you might be okay with, not going. That's fine. I'll see you when I get back, babe. But I am going, and this just stuff, it's called life, and you make adjustments for the people that you care about.
So what I'm doing right now is I'm trying to help our guests to get on. So you go ahead and have the conversations, and I'll be right back with you.
I'm a hurt her. Yes, I am. This is the day that is going. What is the day's date? The 21st, 7/21/21. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Miss Shauna. Mm-hmm. Yes, but I really do. I am really serious when I say, we really need to take the time to really get to know the person, really get to know them as a friend, and really understand that friendships are unique and they're special, and you should treat them as such. I'm not going to diss a friend for another friend. That's just not who I am. You know what I mean? I love hard and I love for a lifetime. So if that is you, then you'll understand what I'm saying. But if that's not you, you're not going to get it. You're not going to get that. Like, okay, if I don't want to be with him, or she don't understand, she don't have to be my friend anymore. I would like to keep my friends if at all possible. And a true friend is when there can be years in between the time that you've talked to each other. And each time you talk or you're together, it's like no time has passed. So it doesn't mean that they have to be in your everyday world. That's for your man. They're not going to be in your everyday world because nobody got that kind of time. Everybody doing their own thing. But I would suggest that you think very hard when it comes to, making those decisions about friends, because some people, are only in your life for a season. Hear what I'm saying? Some people are only in your life for a season. So when that season is over, just let it go. Because when you don't let it go and you hold on to it, it eventually becomes an issue. You know, pray about it. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, well, why did that happen? There's a reason why things happen. So I would just suggest taking that time and really getting to know him or her. And sometimes that man is only in your life for a season. Hello? He's only
Sometimes
in
it's
your life for a season.
sometimes sometimes it's just a matter of you. I'll say that. It's a matter of you. Oil and water just don't mix.
Mm-hmm.
And when you understand which one you are, then you can know how to function accordingly. And majority of the time, that's the whole problem. The problem initiates because we It's like that. It's like the example I always use when I use clothes.
Mm-hmm.
We see the dress, we like the dress, but it's just something missing. But we
Yeah.
think we can fix it and add something to it, and maybe that'll make it better.
Right.
Or it's like the Prego sauce. We add stuff in it, and it just, something missing. That one ingredient. But then sometimes we're going based off of somebody else's ingredient. And then we wonder why it don't work. That's
Mm-hmm.
because you can't take my measurements and put it on you, regardless to how much we
Exactly.
look alike. There's
Mm-hmm.
something that's just going to be different. That's just not going to fit and fluctuate right. As a result of that, that's how we are with our relationships. And that's why we need to make sure that we fit.
Right.
But we want it so bad till we just jump in it and we end up doing more damage than good because we tried to make it's like that puzzle piece. You tried to
Yeah.
make it and you kept pushing at it and then it started breaking apart and all that stuff.
I guess I don't do that either. I don't.
And then we have to
go
understand
after
how
things,
other people.
right? And
Then we
try
have to
to make
understand
it
how
work.
then we have to understand how other people work.
Mm-hmm.
Because how I would do things, they wouldn't. It doesn't make them wrong. It just
No.
means that the way they're doing it is just different.
Right.
I remember, true story.
What?
My best friend, best friend of the best male friend ever, and we've been friends for over 30-something years.
The best.
Best. And the reason why he says we're best, because he says he knows me. And he knows what it takes with me. So he don't get in my way. He don't bother me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a complicated woman. And I'm like, what? But because he knows that of me,
Yeah.
he already knows how to deal and handle me. He knows how to go to different places, how to act in certain places. He knows what I'm going to do before I do it. So it's like, but when you know that's your package that you're dealing with, it doesn't matter what nobody else say about that package because that's the package you decide to deal with. But we start initiating other people in it. Well, my girlfriend said, I think you want to like him and I'm going to introduce y'all. Don't do that. I need my own pills, my own meds. I'm good where I'm at. Or, girl, he don't do that for you. In your eyes, he don't.
No. Yeah.
But to me, it does. And understand that it's not always abuse what we see. It's just how we define what it is that we see. But the only time
what you're going to deal with and what you won't.
But the only time we going to deal with it is when it's a part of you and the person you're dealing with and not you and everybody else.
No, it cannot be everybody else. You cannot have everybody else inside your relationship. That is never going to work. And you know something too is like just I had this one guy that we were really we were together about 7 years, right? And it was just so ironic that we were together for 7 years, but prior to us, he was with someone for 10 years.
Oh,
and he would bring it up, from time to time about this relationship and all the time and work that he put in, and I'm like, okay, but are you happy now? Yeah, I'm happy. Oh, okay, then why are we talking about it? And it just became like, okay, really? Now you're going to not again. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay, well, I think maybe you need to go back to her. Because, you seem to keep thinking about her and she keeps popping up, in your mind. I don't know if anything, else was going on, but it's like keep popping up in your mind. So I'm like, you know what? Boo, I think your season is over. But so you got to know that some men don't let go. Somebody hurts them and they cannot let it go. And they live like that through their lives. They won't let anybody else get close. They are still stuck in that shell, and they will not open up. So, and it's like, okay, that and being easily swayed are two of my pet peeves. That and being easily swayed. We talk and we have a conversation. This is it. I am my opinion is valid to me. And I'm straight with that opinion. No one can change my opinion on something that is not of them. But when you have somebody, whatever conversation that goes on, all of a sudden their opinion changes. I'm like, this one guy, we would be in having deep conversation. I'm like, he would go out and be like, next day, I'm like, he got a whole nother opinion. How do you change your opinion of your value, like a core value of how you feel about something? And you can just have a conversation with someone else, and then that's gone. I'm like, okay, did something happen, at the construction job? You know what I mean? How men talk, and now you come back with a whole new opinion. That's kind of difficult, so that's when I believe, that's when it feels like there's more than just you and I in this relationship.
Well, first of all, you digest a couple of psychological situations. And when you take Psychology 101, no, I'm serious. When you take Psych 101, Psych 101 explains to you why those different people interact the way that they do. It's not that they can't let go. It's they don't know how to let go. And sometimes talking about it allows them to get it off. But it's when you decide if you can deal with a person that's like that to help them to get it off. And if you can't help them, then yeah, of course, your season is over. But you have to allow them to get it out of their system. And unfortunately, sometimes it's talking. You have some men that function like some women where they have to talk it out. They have to vent. But hearing it from a man, we don't accept it as them venting. We accept it as, oh, you ain't over her. You ain't let it go. No, they're really hurt and they don't know how to get over it. And if they're one who's never been one to get hurt, then that's the worst. Because like, how could that happen to me? So now there's a psych situation, and that's why they keep repeating it. Because like, me? Not me. Why did that happen to me? I usually do that to somebody else. They don't do that to me.
And that be it too. They did it to other people.
And that's why they keep reiterating it. And that's why they keep talking about it. Majority of the time, it's not because they still into them. It's because they're really still hurt. And mentally, it has affected them where they don't know how to push past it. Instead, it's causing a blockage in front of them and they don't know how to move. But if they get the right person to talk with them, or if they go talk to someone, then maybe they can get through it. But again, some people are not going to look at it as the fact of therapy. Some of them not even going to acknowledge it, the fact that they're venting, because this is what they've seen others do. And now they're repeating what's been done in their home, or they're repeating how they do it in their lives. People that are easily compromised probably was easily compromised as a child. And they'd be like, oh, well, they know best for me. Or it may be who they're being compromised by, that they may say, you know what? They told me this is the best thing I'm going to do. So I'm going to do what they tell me to do. Not realizing that sometimes people's opinion that they give you is they're telling you from their experience, but you have to handle it in a way that it don't break or hurt you or hurt someone else. Because someone could have said, the best thing for you to do is to leave that alone and move forward, because this is where you are now.
Right.
You feel as though you need to cut it, not realizing that you're cutting a person who probably even got you there, or the person who was always there, or the person who's going to be there when you fall based off what somebody just told you. But because of the person who told it to you have so much clout for you, you miss all those things in between. That's what I said it's all psychologically. And that's why I look at things from a different perspective. Because I used to be that one pin person. No, this is what it is. No, you have to look at it from all angles of every angle. And it's not just north, south, east, and west. And that's when it becomes complicated. That's when it becomes complicated. Talking about complicated, he is here. So we're going to go and take a break real quick, and we'll be right back, because the Ray Lamar experience is about to begin. And I want you guys to go tell everybody he's walking in. We'll be right back. Well, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. We have the experience about to walk in the door. You have all been waiting for. He is here. I suggest you all start your lives right now because here come Ray Lamar with his experience. Let's let him in. Hey, Ray.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? They've been waiting for me. Is that what you said?
Yes,
We have been waiting for the experience.
I've never been waited on before. That's awesome. That's awesome. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, I was in the gym getting ready for y'all today. Is it looking all right? Is it cool?
You look cool. Let me bring you up to the camera because I think it's what's in the camera with you that's making you look good, though.
See, I'm not hating that. That's why I bought them.
Sisters. Hello, my sisters. How are you, lovely ones?
Hello.
See, somebody told me this was a sister chat, so I said I might as well bring some of the sisters, on over. You know what I mean?
I'm glad that you did. I'm glad that you did.
Yes.
Well, that was smart.
I want to get jumped and everything in here, so I brought some reinforcements.
You're fine.
No, what I think it is. I think that you knew that you was gonna be two on this side looking good and two on this side looking good. You had to walk in looking the best. Yeah, that's what I think.
I know that's right.
I'm trying to get all this straight. My hair is done, but somehow it's not looking that good on camera. I don't know what's going on.
It's cute though.
You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, I'm holding up.
It's that braid thing that be going on every now and then. It does something funky, and we be like, it be looking good for a minute, and then all of a sudden it goes, yeah.
I don't get it. I mean, I'm gonna do this.
So again, welcome, and you made me to mess up mine. Look at that.
Anyway. So I don't know. I can't see y'all. You guys are frozen on my screen, so I don't.
Oh no!
It looks like just a still picture.
No, we here. You look great. You guys look great. So again, welcome to the sister chat. And we were here talking about a complicated situation. And understand that y'all going to be talking about complicated this weekend. So I was like, you know what? I think we need to have a one-on-one with the experience himself to tell us from a man's perspective about this complicated situation. But I'll let you introduce yourself.
Okay, so first of all, thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here on Sister Chat. I've watched the show a few times. I've never had the privilege of being on here, so thank you and whatnot for having me. I am Ray Lamar of the Ray Lamar Experience, and these are a couple of the lovely individuals who will be working with me this weekend and in the past and going forward. To my immediate right is Miss Heaven. I always call her Heather and whatnot, but Miss Heaven Butler and whatnot. She did lead on one of the songs on the album. And I'm sorry. Oh Lord, I'm looking at I'm sorry. All the way over is Miss Heaven Butler. I'm sorry. And right to my immediate right is Miss Antoinette Bryant and whatnot, another fabulous singer. She's doing background with me this weekend. She's also has her own, catering and intimate divine business. So you need an intimate setting to make your situation uncomplicated. You need to call her so she can hook it up for you with the food, the setting, the atmosphere, and everything else. I'm just
everything.
So
wow.
Yeah.
See, that's how you put a plan together.
Yeah, because we don't have time to be complicated nowadays. Either do it or move on. Because complicated. I'll be honest with you. I did not know what. So I wrote a song called "Complicated." All right, and this song came about. I was sitting in my kitchen with my keyboards, and I was just playing these chords over and over and over and over and over. So I said, okay. So one day I'm sitting on Facebook because it was stuck in my head. I was tired of playing them. So I'm looking on Facebook and, see a cute representation of a woman on Facebook via her photo. And I say it that way for obvious reasons. So as I look and I scroll down and I look at, that's when people weren't hiding their status. You know what I mean? So when I looked down, it said, it's complicated. So I looked, I said, what does that mean? So I immediately left off of her page and what somebody else, it's complicated. It's complicated. I'm saying, okay, so this is a new status. What the heck does that mean? But then it started when I started playing the chords. All of a sudden, the lines said we can never be separated. It's complicated. That's real. I was like, wait a minute, this actually makes sense. And little did I know, that's exactly what they was talking about. The back and forth, the tug of war. Like, I want you, don't want you. We're arguing. We're not really separated, but it's complicated what we're going through right now. So I'm gonna go talk to somebody else and see what happens with this over here. Needless to say, you're making it more complicated than what it has to be by doing it that way. And truthfully, I'm sorry, stop me if I'm rambling, but I think a lot of times we get into these complicated situations because we don't want to leave the situation in the first place. Like, we're holding on to that hope and those wishes. Like, all right, he or she will come around, and I don't want to give up too soon. And then I'll miss out. You know what I mean? Because I was kind of there last year. I was just telling them about it. We had a rehearsal for this while I'm getting my tardiness. But I was just telling them about it earlier, just last year and whatnot. I was in kind of one, and it was just like, Matter of fact, Sean, I think I talked to you on the phone about it a few times. So, yeah, it happens. And then sometimes you just got to up and realize that you just got to let it go. Ain't that what they say in one of them Disney movies?
That is true.
Some Disney cartoons.
Let it go. Let it go. That one.
Is that is a song,
Yes,
right?
let it
Right.
go.
I don't know nothing about kids stuff. But,
Yes, that is Frozen. That is
Yes.
Frozen. Let it go.
Okay.
That is Frozen.
I'm sorry, I don't know kid stuff. I know Little Mermaid Under the Sea. That's about it. You know what I mean?
I'm
That's what he
done.
was trying to play the friend.
I like the Little Mermaid.
That's my favorite.
I'm a Little Mermaid girl. Yes, I'm all in with that.
I don't
get
think
it.
I don't think either of the sisters sitting next to me have been in a complicated situation.
But let's ask them. Have you ladies been in a complicated situation?
Many, too many, yes. Way too many. I was telling her about
We
my
just had a
my
conversation about
Virgo ex.
this. Yes, because I'm a Virgo, so she's trying to get some advice.
I was, and it was complicated, but it's over.
But wait, I thought you just told me that you just tell them, oh, you got to go and you got to get going.
That is complicated.
Her Virgo.
Yeah, my
Oh.
Virgo.
And I'm a Virgo, so she was asking me advice about her Virgo to see if she
Yes.
could kind of understand him a little bit.
Yes. And
Okay.
how Virgos think.
I hope I'm not turning into a bad guest, but I know nothing about zodiacs, so this is all new to me. You
A lot
know,
of similarities
Yes.
that we've noticed over time. And
Right.
I'm a house pastor, so I halfway believe it, but I listen, some of these things are true. They match up. And I was trying to get some tidbits on it.
So
Yeah.
you would happen to be talking about
That's
a
understandable.
sign called the Virgo.
And we were talking about Scorpios just
Oh,
before
that's
you
toxic.
guys came in, and there's a difference, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So let's break this complicated situation down about the Virgo first. I'm listening. If you could share.
Okay. So Virgos, from my knowledge of Virgos, I was in a long relationship with a Virgo, a couple actually, but was always there and could do anything. Very productive,
We're loyal.
loyal.
We love you.
However, when they're done, they're done. And you don't know when they're gonna be done because they're so indecisive.
That's
and they
not
come back
true.
often.
That's not true. We will tell you several times.
They do tell the truth.
We will let
Don't
you know
listen.
several times, and if you don't take heed, then okay, you had your chance.
That's true. That is
That's
true.
it.
He wasn't a liar. He told me the truth. I didn't want to accept
See,
the real truth that he was telling me.
we're gonna give it to you straight. It's up to you to take it in.
but is that what did y'all call it? What is it? A virgin thing?
Virgo.
A Virgo? Is that a Virgo thing,
Yes.
or is that just
Absolutely.
a people thing?
It's a-
I don't know about
Now,
that.
that
It's
makes
pushed more
sense.
towards a Virgo, the sign, because that sign is so bluntly honest. Like they
Mhm.
don't really sugarcoat
Yeah.
nothing.
Like no
Like,
toys.
it is what it is. Here it is. And in order for me to know that you understand, I need to tell you, because if I don't tell you, then you don't know. This is how we think. So I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to give you the option, because we're not going to take away your choice. We want you to make your own choice.
But it gotta be your choice.
But in the end, if your choice is not my choice, then I'm gonna let you go ahead and make your choice and do that, and I'm gonna stick with my choice, and I'm gonna roll out this way.
That's true. That's true.
But may I
That's
ask you,
very
let me
true.
ask you one, can I ask you one question though? You said, now are you a Scorpio?
Me? I'm a Pisces.
Yes.
And I
You're
love
Pisces.
Virgos.
Oh,
I'm very compatible. I'm a Pisces.
so you was a Pisces with a Virgo.
Right.
Interesting.
Right.
Hold on. Because I love hard. So I hold on. I was holding on. Look at this one.
And
I
you
feel
said,
like I should have some coins in my hand and be like, yo,
No.
whatever the sign is. I don't know.
now you
I don't know nothing
said,
about zodiacs.
now you did advise, you did say that he had been telling you, if you don't mind me asking, how long were you in a relationship and you said he was telling you?
I mean, honestly, on and off for about 3 years. And it wasn't like he was telling me he didn't want to be with me. It was more like, well, kind of that. But it wasn't, but he's still there every day. It's like that part. You're not going to tell me you don't want to be with me, but you right here. That don't even match.
So in this situation, he was
Okay.
making it complicated.
Yeah, he was making it complicated, but I allowed the
No, you know
stupidity.
what he did? He took the grand picture and asked you about this section of the picture and this section of the picture, and if you like this section of the picture, and in the end, you didn't like too many sections of the picture, so it was like, okay, well, even if I try, it's not gonna work out because she don't like too many.
So many pieces.
Right?
Ah.
Like they might say, well, what do you think about having kids? We're not gonna blatantly say, well, I want to have kids. Do you want to have kids? It's not gonna be that. It's gonna be, well, what do you think about that? Because we're not taking your choice away. We want you to have your own opinion.
Yeah, but if it didn't match up, it was like I had to conform 9 times out of 10 to what you wanted.
So
and I'm not
we
with that.
want to have a choice, but we want your
And
choice
see-
to be our choice.
But I'm not with
And
it.
that's where it gets complicated. And that's where it gets complicated.
Complicated.
And we
Yeah.
just said that earlier. When we're, unfortunately, as women, unfortunately, and we already threw our disclaimer out there, so I hope you guys don't get mad at us. And Rita is in the house. Hello, Rita. And Rita said that.
Rita,
That's how Virgos are.
Rita agrees. That's how Virgos are. But but when you actually put it to like what Marge just got finished saying, some people outside of Virgo have that same format. And what happens is us as women, we want what we want. And it's going to be to the point that that's because we want it. We're going to go and agree and settle to get it. But being with a Virgo man, he's like, no, I don't want you to agree to settle because then later on, you're going to want to change.
Exactly.
And we're going to be like,
you hit that.
And then after we're going to want to change, that's why the song came out by Music that says, don't change. I want everything to stay just like it is. I told you this what it was, but you wanted it. So you said, you know what? I'm going to do it, but I'm going to convince you that my way is better later.
That's what, thank you. That's it.
But
that was
see,
it.
that's what us as women, unfortunately, have been doing because we have used the concept of we're going to use what we got to get what we want, and that's what we want. But unfortunately, it falls down later because we settled for something that we knew that we were not going to be consistent about because we wanted it. But then we were going to try to conform it so that we could keep it.
So what it sounds like is that the situation was going to be complicated right from the start because
Right from the start.
You were going into it wrong because you really didn't take time to really learn this individual before you went into it.
No,
You didn't
3 years.
Exactly.
well, sometimes an individual just changes and whatnot, or it could have been the fact that he had his true feelings under disguise for those whole 3 years and whatnot. Or sometimes it could be the fact that you weren't ordained to get into that situation with that person, but you went there anyway.
That's the one. That's the one.
And that's
There
the
you
one
go.
right there. And unfortunately, that Virgo kind of gave you that hint when he told you what he wanted and you didn't want it. Like she said, there was 3 pictures.
A lot of things. But I want to interject.
Pictures.
I want to interject just slightly. What it did teach me, though, in my, I'm 36, so and I'm divorced, so I've been doing this for a while. But what it taught me was self-love it
Boom.
allowed me to know what I truly wanted and stand on it and not waver on that, because I would hurt myself trying to waver to be what somebody else wanted of me and not being my genuine self, as transparent as I am.
Better say something,
Yes.
girls. Can you give her a
That's
high five
exactly
for me?
right. sis.
Give her a high five for me. And Mara, she said she just passed the plate. Mara, she passed the plate. I need you to put a $5 bill up in that plate. She passed the plate, Mara.
But can I just
Pass
say
the
this?
plate. Because you know what, and that's the thing. I need to know. Were y'all listening before we started the show?
Yes.
A little bit,
we
yes.
were at rehearsal. We caught a little bit,
15, 20.
maybe about 10 minutes when we was trying to get everything,
Because
set up
that's
and get in and
exactly that's exactly what we have previously said. We said it starts with you. It's all about you in the beginning, because we sell ourselves short.
Mhm.
And we don't self-love ourselves enough to know this is what we deserve.
Mhm.
Right.
These are the options, but don't sell yourself for a low option, knowing that that's not where you belong.
Exactly.
I understand. We did that with Payless. That's why they went out of sale. We was trying to get paid for
Did
less.
she say pay less?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. But we knew good. We knew good and well we deserved Macy's and DSW, but we knew there was a
And
time and a
Nordstrom's.
place.
Mhm.
Right.
But we knew there was a time and a place. But
If
don't
I-
get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I will run into Burlington Coat Factory and get me a nice
And
pair
Ross.
too.
And
So the
Ross.
point that I'm making is not about the money or the sign or the culture of it. It's the point of it, of knowing what you are and self-loving yourself enough to. Don't settle.
So
And don't cheat yourself.
Right.
If I may interject on that, I think one of the problem is, like, we can talk about self-love all we want, but we're still missing a step. A lot of us are not connected to God, connected to the source.
Come on.
Because you have to.
There you go.
You have to start. It's like and not to, I'm not gonna say shameless plug, because I'm trying to plug this thing, but this is what my album is talking about. You know what I mean? It's the Experience Love Project. Y'all can get it coming soon on all digital platforms and all that good stuff. Blah blah blah. It starts with God, because God is love. So if you have no connection with God, no matter which God you believe in, but now that's not what we're talking about right now. But whatever God you believe in, that's where love starts.
Amen.
So it has to start from there, and that's where you learn what love is and how to do it and how to give it. And then it comes down to self, because the Bible said, love thy neighbor as you would love yourself, which means I have to love myself first in order to love my neighbor. So if I'm not loving myself, how the heck am I going to get love to you? And I don't even know how to do it. Or what's going to happen is I'm going to give you the exact same thing that I'm giving myself. So if I'm hating myself, you can't expect me to give love to you when I'm hating me.
Exactly.
You need a high five. You need a high five.
The $5 that he put in the plate for you, you gotta pass the plate back. You know what I'm saying?
Matter of fact, just tell the organist to put me in A flat. You know what I mean?
There you go. Listen. Here we go, y'all. This is complicated.
Oh, that's my song.
Yes. That just
Oh,
Yes.
snap. I've never heard it from somebody else.
Said we'd never be separated. Complicated, that's real life. Said we'd never be separated. Complicated, it's real life. Real life. Here's what the clock keeps going round. And we haven't spoken since you left town. The world has changed so suddenly. Can't believe you're gone because of me. Was it a mistake to get together? Thinking our worlds could last forever. I almost wish we never met. Then it wouldn't be so hard to forget that I love you. I need you. Everywhere I look, I see you. I can't get you off my mind. Stuck in two places at the same time. I love you. I need you. Everywhere I look, I see you.
I can't get you off my mind. Stuck in two places at the same time. We never be separated. It's complicated. It's real life. Real life. Said we'd never be separated. It's complicated. It's real life. Real life. Couple of weeks has passed us by, and I no longer understand the reasons why we formed our lips to say goodbye. Now neither wants to be the first to say hi. Sorry for the way I made you feel, and I was trying to let you know how I feel. Baby, I know the love is real. I'm trying to heal, so what's the deal?
Listen, when I heard that joint right there, I was like, wait a minute.
Wait a minute. Yes.
It was like the two places stuck at the same time. But you know the part I like? When he runs into that, I love you. I'm like, you gotta
Wait, how's it sound again? How's it go? How's it go?
I love you.
I'm only asking because she never wants to sing when I see her. Like, I know her all for sister, so she never wants to sing. So one more time, how's it go?
I don't know. If you want to hear me sing it again, you gotta go back and rewind, or you gotta catch it on the podcast and Oxus in and just rewind that part where I go. I didn't do it.
So can I tie this song into the conversation? So
yes, you can. Please do.
Basically, this song is a follow-up. I have another song on the album titled Ultimatum. All right. And basically it's a song to where Miss Heaven is actually singing the lead on. And she's given, I forgot what I called the character's name in it. I think it was Lawrence. She's given Lawrence an ultimatum. It says, listen, you either need to love me or leave me alone. Just let me be lonely. Because like I can do this well by myself. Now, don't get me wrong. There was no like distraught, no emotional distress or nothing like that. It's just that they were drifting apart or whatever. Like the video, what you will see, not in the video because I'm actually crafting the stories around the songs. That's actually going to turn into short films as well. In addition to videos, you will see them at one point they're together. The next point, a time lapse to have them separate apart at the breakfast table. They maybe acknowledge each other. And she eats her food, he eats his food. The next day, they're at opposite ends of the table. He's on his phone, she's on her phone. They never even look up to acknowledge each other. And then she comes with it, like, listen, where are we going with this? Like, I really want to be with you or whatever, but, you know, I need something in return. So Complicated comes in because the guy, Lawrence, is saying, you know, this is getting on my nerves. I'm loving you. We good. Why are you making all this stuff up? So now I'm mad. I'm mad at you for doing this stuff. You can step. But then the other half of me was like, dang, yo, I really miss her, man. It's all quiet around here. Oh my gosh, I knew I was in love with her, but why can't she see what about? Oh, she's getting on my nerves because I'm having this tug of war with myself, this inner complication and whatnot, which is why I'm stuck in two places at the same time. I'm sorry, not me, Lawrence. Is stuck in two places at the same time and whatnot because he wanted to tell her to step, but then at the same time, it's like, I miss you. And whatnot, but then neither one of us wants to say, you know, hi, I'm sorry.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That's where the line where you was talking about, hi, I'm sorry. Neither one of us wants to say it. Like Lawrence doesn't want to take.
So that's what the eyes about.
Right.
Lawrence, you want to say you sorry, but you rather not. You want to just say, I just love you, I miss you, but you're not gonna say I'm sorry.
Right. Lawrence doesn't want to say sorry. Not Naomi. I forgot what the girl's name in this song was. I think it was Stacy. Stacy doesn't want to say she's sorry. You know what I mean? And neither one of them wants to come to a gathering, a meeting of Mazda. So we're at an impasse and whatnot. She doesn't want to leave, but she left out, and he thinks she's gone because in the song says a couple of weeks passed by and we ain't talking, we ain't heard you, but she's literally sitting at the train stop every day, just watching the trains go by and going to her mama's house, just waiting for him to come over. Meanwhile, he's there. Oh, she don't want to talk to me, and she did all this. And meanwhile, he's home, so she know where he is. He know where she is, and neither one of them was there. But anyway, so it's complicated. It makes it complicated in that sense because neither one of them wants to let it go. So then when Lawrence goes out and sees other people, he's going out trying to date other people, but every time he looks around, no matter who's he with, he sees her. He sees her walking down the street. Heck, he sees her sitting across the table from him at the date. You know what I mean? So, you know, and it makes it complicated because he really needs to just go back and say, hey, I'm sorry and everything, but I don't want to do that because I'm being stubborn, and that's why I'm stuck in these two places, et cetera, et cetera. I'm sorry.
Can I interject just for 1 second? It sounds the complication would be stopped if one of the parties, verbally the male, would just put his phone down.
I bought y'all here to help me out. You know what I mean? To be on my side, not put it on me. I mean, put it on Lawrence. It's not me, it's Lawrence. It's Lawrence.
It's to put down the phone at the table and understand that it's going to take effort, aka the grass is green on the other side because it's watered. Is the end of that sentence.
How about that?
It's watered.
And fertilized too.
Water your grass, and it will be green on this side. Instead of going to find greener grass.
Things that we have to recognize.
That might be a high five.
That relationships, you know, sometimes in the beginning, you know, you're still in that honeymoon phase and everything is wonderful. But when things begin to, you know, you're down and it's 2 years, 3 years later, you know, when you're comfortable and everything with each other, you know, it becomes, well, wait, does he still feel the same way about me? And does she still, does she still feel the same way about me? She's not giving me that look anymore. You know, things start to evolve. And the thing is that you got to know that, you know, what you do when you come in is what you need to continue to do throughout the relationship. So you can't fall back on that and put all of your energy and effort into other things because life is what it is. We get busy with our jobs, and you know, now, you know, we're living together, you know, life is different. We have all these other dynamics at play. You really have to then focus on your relationship where you didn't have to focus on it before. It was just there. It was just great. It was just beautiful. Now it's time for you to take the time to nourish it. You know, take the time to plant those seeds and to water it. You know what I mean? To take her on that date, to take him on that date and do some of your favorite things together. You know, and that's one of the things that, you know, in long marriages, you fall in and out of love. Most of the time, you don't fall in and out at the same time. You know what I mean? Where he's like, yeah, whatever, you know, and it's a phase. And if you are really in love, you're going to stick with people through their phases because that love is really true. So there's ups and downs, no matter whether you're together or not, you know, so it's just what you choose to do and what's best for you. But at the same time, you got to put the work in. It's not easy like anything else. You got to put in the work. And that, if that means, okay, well, I'm going to have to do the sheets like this because that's how she like them. I'm going to do it for her because I know when she come in, she going to be like, what? Oh, you did all that? You know what I mean? You done bought me the good sheets and everything. Oh, I'm going to roll around in this. And you do the same thing for him. Oh, that's his favorite game. I'm going to get him that shirt and I'm going to pay for this game. We going to this game, you know, and it's those little things that blooms all of the love all over again. So that's what you cannot forget. You have to nourish it, but understand it's a process.
And listen, sometimes it doesn't even take a grandiose gesture, if you will.
Nope.
Like it comes down to what knowing your significant other's likes, like i.e., you know what I mean? If I'm sitting there, like those that know me, there's a lot of little simple things that turn me. I can be mad at the world at you, and you come and do one little simple thing. Sometimes it's a look. You can have that little pouty look on your face, and I'll be like, "Oh my God, why are you doing that? I'm trying to be mad at you right now," and whatnot. But little things like if I'm watching the football game, and you come down in a t-shirt or my favorite jersey and just come sit next to me, maybe lay your head on my shoulder and just watch the game. Don't talk to me while the game is going on, but just watch the game with me. Maybe wait until if you got a question till the commercial. Yo, it's like, oh man, she watching the game with me, because you know a lot of times y'all don't want to watch the game with us. You know what I mean?
I'm a sports fan, so I'm watching the game.
You know,
I'm a sports fan.
And now listen, don't get me wrong, because sometimes we don't want y'all watching the game with us. But every now and then there's those times when we're sitting there by ourselves and we just chilling, you know, had a long day and whatever, but you come down with some iced tea or whatever it is that you drink. I don't drink, so you know, you give me some iced tea and you sit down and watch the game with me, I'll be looking at you like, okay, wait till this game over.
But you're cool.
I might even cut the game short.
I feel like
But
some
like
men
you-
don't appreciate it when you do that, because my
You can't do it all the time though.
I do it all the time. If I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it right. Anything I do.
No, what I'm
So-
saying is, in that particular instance, the game stuff, you can't do it all the time.
That's what I'm saying. I had to realize he needed his personal time to
Yep.
be with the guys,
Right.
and I needed us time too. And I was like, babe, you with it? You the commissioner of fantasy football? I'm gonna write the drafts and pick the games and set the tape, the event spaces for your whole draft picks. Like I was gun ho, but some men don't appreciate when you go all in for them. That's what I'm saying from my perspective.
Yeah, because sometimes you're doing too much.
Well, that's what you're
Like,
supposed to do as a
I
girl.
don't, like I don't know. Like, let's see here. Just to take your example that you put out there.
I can't win.
No. Here's what I'm saying. Just to use the example that you put out, I don't need you picking my games. I do
No,
that
no, no,
myself.
no.
No. I'm just
Okay.
saying. There's an example. I don't need you picking my games. I do that myself. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I don't need you doing the draft orders. I do that myself. Now, if you come and ask me, so what we doing with this? Are you want to help this? I could do this for you. Oh yeah, sure, cool. Can you hook that up for me? Oh man, she dope. I ain't gotta do that. Yeah, you know what I mean? Because you let us be in control over the things that we like.
So it's control.
That
That's
stuff
fair.
that's ours. Like we don't,
Right.
we want to have our thing and have control over our thing.
That's what
Not you
all
coming
in the
taking
world.
it over, and then it's just like, okay,
That's what
now
I
I
do.
can't even enjoy this.
That's what I do. You're right. And I had to learn that. I'm divorced though.
You know, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something,
I've
sis.
never been
Let me
married,
tell you-
so
Wait, let me tell you something, sis, because this
Yes.
is just about the third time you said it, and I heard it. Divorce, as
I'm not
my
mad about it.
great aunt would say, the first marriage was just a test. That was just a
Come
pre-test.
on.
The real test is coming. But the thing about it is that the one thing that I learned about my divorce is like I learned about broken relationships. Like I learned about everything, whether it was a relationship of a man or a friend, is when you learn from it. That's what
Yes.
benefits. You can have it all day. You can say, yeah, I had a failed marriage, but the next one won't be, because I believe in love. So I know that day will come again. And even if it
That's
don't,
right.
I did it and I still learned it to have the conversation with someone else. And is to have the
Absolutely.
conversation with someone else because maybe you had to have a divorce because you're gonna meet somebody later on that's divorced and they're gonna need to know how they're gonna get through like you did. See, sometimes things that happen to us, it had to happen. And I like to call it hashtag WHHW. What had happened was that's what. But in the same token of everything being, I had to learn something most importantly because I, like you, was the same way. I was the one that wanted to do everything for you when you didn't have to do anything because that's what I was taught. I was taught that's how we were supposed to be as a woman. But then I understood that some men didn't need us to be that woman. Some men that needed us to be that woman was called that mama's boy. Or
Yes.
they was called, they had other names for them. So you needed to know which man you was dealing with or if you were
Right.
dealing with one at all. But then it also taught me to understand it's not what I think you want me to do to make you happy. It's what you need to tell me I need to
Come
do
on.
to make you happy.
You
And
had
then that
way.
way I know that I'm making you happy. Because I can say all day, I did this, I went and picked your drafts, I got you your favorite beers, I made sure everybody was here, I called everybody, I made sure that your good shirt was good and washed, and I even made sure that the slippers was at the right place and you had the right snacks, and I got the bigger TV for you because I wanted to impress your friends. And he's going to say, but that's not what I asked you to do. I didn't need you to do that
right.
to make me
I didn't
happy.
ask you to do that.
Exactly.
You thought that I needed to be happy. To be happy was doing that. For me, looking down at that little tiny one, that little light tiny TV, I like looking at that one. And I'm looking at you like, baby, why? Because it gave me the real experience of looking down at the field. I had to squint. So it kind of made me feel like I was there. And you just took that away from me by putting up the big screen. Now I'm thinking I'm doing something big. I'm thinking, but then again, the major point is I'm thinking. And that's the major points that we have in situations that make it complicated because we put our emotions into it. And when we put our emotions into it, sometimes we overthink everything and do everything wrong.
Yeah, because you're not asking him what he wants. When you're not asking him what he wants and you have not sat down to have the conversation, you know, of what makes me happy, and then you're listening to what he's saying when he says what makes him happy, you know, that's the other thing. We think what we think in our heads, but the first thing we need to do is listen. You need to.
We don't listen. I'm sorry, ladies. Y'all know we don't. We partially listen.
We sure don't.
We don't.
You don't listen.
I don't.
We partially
don't listen, and
we
that's
listen
the
to the
problem.
part that makes sense.
We got part of
We
it.
fill in the blank is what we do. We fill in the blank.
Listen, I like it into this gift giving. All right. You a lot of times a dude is going to go out his way to get a gift that he knows she's going to like because A, we're not trying to go back to the store to take it back. We're not trying to hear the nagging, like, why did you buy? Because y'all let us know what you buy me this crap for. You know what I mean? But the other way around, y'all buy us what y'all want us to like. Not what we like. Meanwhile, we're hating the gift, but we're gonna like act like we appreciate it. Oh, thank you, but we can't stand the gift, which is why you see it in the closet, and then you go try to find a way to pick it out for us to wear, but we hate it. Because I would have never wore this, and you know that
because
we
you
talked
got the
about
compliment from us. Anytime a man gets a compliment from a woman from outside of the relationship, then he's gonna love that shirt. That shirt is gonna be the weekend shirt.
The truth.
But because I like the shirt and I want him to wear it,
he don't want to wear it.
He don't want to wear it. So it's gonna take somebody else to tell him, one of his friends, somebody outside, because apparently my opinion is not important enough. And when they do, then all of a sudden, this is the shirt that you're gonna.
But see,
your
that's
special shirt.
But see, that's the point. But that's the point where I'm going right there. You see what you said? Like, you know, it takes somebody else, and you know, you don't like it because I said it. Listen, what I'm trying to say is, it's not about you. We know that you like it because you got it for us. Meanwhile, we didn't like it in the first place, and we had this conversation that I don't like this particular type of shirt or color of a shirt, but you went and brought it anyway. So now what it's saying is, oh, you don't listen to me.
Okay,
right.
That's why I said the sports paraphernalia.
So no matter what I say, you're going to do whatever, but you want me to do it. So like, it's like, okay, what kind of voice do I have in this situation? So here comes the resentment now.
Right.
Because I can tell you now, if I told you that I do not wear pink, which I do not wear pink, not even during that month, I'm sorry, lady, I do not wear pink, but you come back with some pink shirt, oh, you're about to get cut.
Because you don't want to conform to a change that your woman wants. And that's what I hear.
It's not even that.
No.
We're in this one
He's
little
saying that you're not listening to him.
Right.
That's where the listening comes in.
Right.
I hear
you have to listen and understand, and it's really just communication. If you're communicating with each other and you are understanding, he's asking you what you like and don't like, so he's paying attention to what you like and don't like and giving you that. But then you're not paying attention to him and saying, oh, okay, well, I'm going to get any of these shirts. I'm going to go up, but not that pink one. You know what I mean? Like, understanding what he likes and what he doesn't like.
Correct.
But it also goes deeper. It also goes deeper. It's where she was getting ready to go. It's not that we're not listening. It's we believe we can change your mind. It's compromise. We like, oh, I know you don't like it, but I like it.
Try it anyway.
No, it's not listening.
Like at this point, you want to. At this point, you want to stick the word compromise in there. and justify why that pig is there.
Now,
But we all
right.
know it's about listening. But when it comes to you, you're going to say, it's compromise. You need to compromise. You need to open up to something new or broaden your horizons, baby. But the thing about it is, but see, you got to understand when is the time to compromise and ask that compromise. But that's not compromising. That's just called, I'm just going to make you do what I want you to do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give you what I want you to wear.
You're going to do what I say do. You're gonna wear this pink and you're gonna love it
and like it.
And you're gonna put a smile on your face and say, thank you, baby.
That's right. I had one because I bought it.
And after everybody tell you how good you look in it, you're gonna want a whole closet. You're gonna thank me for it. Boom. Again. And he's sitting in the chair. And he's sitting in the chair like this. I'm damned if I do and damned if I don't. Why did I even tell her I like the color of that? So sometimes us as women, we make it complicated because, again, we put our emotions in it. Oh, I can convince him. I can change his mind. And majority of the women, when you think about it, ladies. And some of y'all ladies in the sister chat, I know y'all going to hate me for this one too, but I already put my disclaimer out there. I'm covered. We seriously believe that we can convince a zebra to paint his stripes white and become a stallion. And we believe we got the power to do that. We do. We believe that
Watch this though. Funny enough, y'all do have that power.
We do. Yes.
We do. And we use that power to get what we want. Because it goes right back to what we said initially. We have been taught that was the tool that we had to get whatever we want to stay happy. Because after all, what does it say? A happy life is a happy what?
Wife.
Okay, there we go again. What about the husband? What about him?
Thank you.
If the wife is happy, then the husband is happy. That's right. If you take complaining and she making sure everything is taken care of.
Talk to him.
Wait a minute.
And if you make me happy, you're going to be good. I promise. You will be good if you take care of me.
But you're making sure. But where did we find out that was sure for him?
Right.
Right.
That's the part that
you're not trying.
That's the communication that did not happen. And that's the not listening.
We as women, we gonna do it. Whatever you wanted to do, and especially if we got love for you, we got that love for you. We got that, baby. Whatever you say, love.
Whatever you need.
When we got that love for you, we will literally leap a building, and people will wonder how did we do it, and we wouldn't tell them because we need them to know we superwoman.
I know that's right.
But at the same token, we gotta understand that we gotta still allow them to be them because we're being all of us, and we're not giving it to them, and we are the ones that's making it complicated because they know we doing it with all our heart. She really wanted me to wear this. She really think I'm gonna look good in this. Damn it, I'm gonna wear it. All right, okay. And then they end up compromising a whole lot more than we do. But then when the breakup comes, we be the main one crying. Look what he did to me. And but did he ask you? But did you ask him? Did you consider him? A lot of times we want the roses when we open up the door to come in the house and the music and the lights. But are we willing to do it for them as they come in the house?
Yes. Yeah.
It's always been, like they said before, Mother's Day. We go all out for the women. But when the men come, we give them socks, wallets, and ties.
Happy Father's Day to all the real fathers. What kind of mess is that?
But
because trust me, I know some horrible moms. Oh, Lord have mercy.
They outnumber.
But we take it. But what we slowly have done, and what we try to look at from a different perspective, is we need to take some of the power that we are struggling to hold on over that man and give it back to that man, and maybe some of our men can step up. Well, I'm gonna show you something. Obama, you see how strong he walked?
Yes.
He walked straight and tall, right?
You think Michelle gave that to him, or did he just
I think
walk
he had that.
in his own? Why
I think
did
he
he
got
owe
that.
you something back? You
Let me
should
tell
be.
you,
If you got
he
it, you should
had
have
it.
it and keep it.
You better.
Like, why
He
is
had
that?
it.
He had
Owe
it.
something back.
He had it all along, but she enhanced
Exactly.
it.
I
And
agree.
that's what we need to
Exactly.
and that's what
Yeah.
we need to understand. We need to stop trying to stick our strong bone in these men that we know we're not an enhanced to. We say they're an enhancement to us. We twist it. Don't
So what
get it
happens when
twisted,
you're the
guys.
enhancement? You out of your league.
Exactly. And a lot of times we make the guys the gift, but when we're really the gift, it ain't nothing like a man waking up and saying, "That's my everything," and she makes sure that it's according to what she knows I love is my everything, and not my everything because she gave it to me.
Exactly.
And a lot of times that's why we make it complicated, because we put our emotions in it and we base it off of what we think, how we feel, how we taught, how we saw it, and we move forward with it. And then some of us, like that one in that box over there, her over there, we'll blame it on our signs.
This guy.
I'm not blaming it. What I'm doing is making an analogy and seeing those differences. There are differences.
That one in the box over there. Is what you said.
Yeah, yeah. That one right there, down there.
That one over there.
Can I go back to something? Can I go back to something you said a little word? And I can tell you, it's a word that I don't like personally. And so far as it relates to relationships, compromise.
You don't like the compromise?
That's the wrong C word. It's the wrong C word. The word should be compatible. The word should be compatibility. Because here's the problem with compromise. Compromise usually yields sacrifice.
True.
So why do I have to come into a relationship sacrificing what I like, what made me, what made you like me in the first place? Because all these things is what makes me me. You know what I mean? So if there's something that is that drastic that you don't like, you have to consider, am I compatible with this person or not? Because if it like for instance, if I'm a TV dude and I watch 50 hours of TV, and you might only watch 10 hours of TV or whatever, you got to ask yourself if that's something that I can live with, or is that going to be a problem? Because if it's going to be a problem and you stay in it, then now you're compromising, which means you're sacrificing, to let this guy watch this 50 hours of TV. If it's something that you can live with, then it's not a sacrifice.
No, but compromise would be like, all right, 3 days out the week, we'll watch 50 hours, but the other 3 hours, 3 days out the week, we're going to do how I would like it. That's a compromise to me.
But see, once again, it goes back to what I'm saying, compatibility, because now you're still asking me to cut my TV hours down where, I'm going.
Are you guys in a relationship?
Wait a minute. Here's what I'm saying. Here's what I'm saying, right? So I'm going to work. You know what I mean? I'm dealing with whatever I deal with, and everybody deals with it. But this is my escape. This is how I get away from that. No, because half of the time you're not. Half of the time you come in and I just want quiet, but then you're nagging. You ask me to do this and do that. I just want to sit down. I want to escape. This is my escape, my 50 hours. So now you asking me to give up my escape.
Okay.
So
now see, I understand where he going with that, and just to make sure we speak to some of the people that's through. We have a new person that came through. Hello, Miss Ahmed. I'm glad you came across our YouTube. And tonight we're on with Ray Lamar and the experience. And right now we're having the love experience. And right now we're basically talking about his song called Complicated. And in relationships, we find that we run into complicated situations, and we just introduced a new word called compromise. I believe sometimes that's where I spoke about earlier when I said there's a point where compromise is supposed to sit in a sentence. It's almost just like how we deal with a noun, predicate, verb, and all that. Depending on where you put that in the sentence is a bad place. But you have to know where to put it in and what point in a relationship that you're asking somebody to do. Now I get it. It is a sacrifice and it is something that you got to do. But being in a relationship with somebody, sometimes it may require you to sacrifice something that you will always want to do. But for the love of you and your relationship, you come and say, this is one thing I can't compromise. I'll compromise anything else. But when it comes to this, we can't break this.
Yeah.
Then that's a
See,
conversation.
That's where I'm talking about before. That's not compromise. That's compatibility.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because if you're not compatible, here's what I'm saying. All right. First of all, the only thing that really kind of comes into a place that really sacrifice, like I said, and I was just using an example, but watching TV should not be a sacrifice, or the lack of watching TV or whatever. You know what I mean? Because when you but wait a minute. But when you get hold up. Here's what I'm saying. When the problem is we get with people in the wrong manner in the first place. The first place is we supposed to know our purpose. And that mainly starts with the guy. Okay, because if you follow the biblical approach to everything and whatnot, and the women are the helpmeet, and I'll tell you what that really means in a second. If the women are the helpmeet, that means that you are helping meet the vision that he has in the direction that he's going, that was given to him by God, and you're helping him meet it. You know what I mean? So that's where that compatibility comes in. So your purposes have to align. You know what I mean? If those purposes align and y'all everything doing it, then you complement each other. You're compatible. Everything else is not a sacrifice. I don't have to worry about watching this much amount of TV or not mounting the TV because I got this to do anyway. We're working on this together. You know what I mean? So a lot of times when we're working and doing stuff with our purpose, and we're doing that with the person that we're ordained to do it to, Lord, to do it with.
All the above.
Lord, to do it with, you know what I'm saying? The whole compromise thing is not even an issue because that's not, you know.
That's what we say. Yep, that's what you say. We complicate our own situations because we're not aligned with the situation at first. And I'm sorry, I gotta say it. Somebody gonna get mad at me again. I always say it. I am Eve. I'm Eve. But if Adam don't find me and Adam don't wake up and see me, then that's not my Adam. When Adam woke up, he saw Eve. We're so busy waking up Adam with the clothes, with the gifts, with the monies, with the compromising, with the suggestions, with the love making of the legs and all that other good stuff that we do. But we waking up something that ain't ours.
Okay, see, you get me about on the soapbox now. Wait, here's my problem with that. Here's my problem with that. Okay, I totally agree that you're Eve and Adam needs to see you. Okay, here's the problem. When Adam sees you in the gym, or if Adam sees you in the supermarket, and Adam comes to approach you, I'm trying to work out. Okay, fine. Adam saw you. You shot Adam down.
I'm not going to totally agree with that because not every Adam that walk up to Eve is Adam's Eve. Okay.
That's right. That's true.
That is true.
That's true.
That goes to a whole
to choose. It's their job to find us.
It comes right back to they know each other. A bone knows a bone. Ooh. A bone knows a bone. Okay. When you break a bone knows its own bone and will grow back together. And that's where my bone coming in from because it took his rib to make me. So therefore, he gonna know me and I'm gonna know him because we gonna know each other.
I hear what you're saying on that point, but watch this. You know the other saying is don't judge a book by its cover because I'm pretty sure. Hold up, I'm pretty sure that, and I forget who the person was, but I'm pretty sure that the person that God told to go marry the prostitute, you know what I'm saying, in the Bible was not the person that he was thinking about.
She might have looked pretty though. She just ran.
No. No, she did not. No, she did not.
But see, again, that story goes in line with another situation that became complicated, and it goes right back to what we said before. And it goes right back to what you said earlier. You have to make sure you're aligned. Make sure that you talk. Make sure that you're not denying yourself a privilege
I want to say a privilege, because sometimes it is based off of what we say. Oh, he got to be light skinned, tall, and handsome. Some of us, or some of them say darker the berry, the sweeter the juice. Those are the things they running with. But
now
it's about character.
I have a question, and my question is this: complicated. The music. Who produced it?
I did.
Okay, so you wrote and produced it?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. So you got skills like that. And then you were just in Jersey. How did that go?
Now, did she just divert right back out of this subject and got back to the song? We ain't there yet, girl.
To the show.
We ain't there yet, girlie.
I'm actually in Jersey this weekend, this Friday and Saturday, along with Miss Antoinette Bryan, Miss Heaven Butler, some other fine background, Miss Lovey, oh my gosh, who is so awesome, Miss Tonia, who just came on to the fold, my first time working with her, but she is awesome and an incredible band. Side by Soul, Stan Brisbane, Chris Odom, Warren Davis, and whatnot. Just a lot of great people. I got some actors on one of the days that's coming down. So it's going to be one awesome show for the pre-album release, which I have to change that from album release to pre-album release because unfortunately the album won't be released by this weekend. I will have advanced copies of it for hard sale at the show, but it won't be released on the digital platforms and things this weekend.
Okay. Well, I know Side by Soul, and they are actually a great band.
Yes, they are.
But where are you going to be? Tell everybody where you're going to be.
We're going to be on July 23rd and 24th at a place in Sicklerville, New Jersey called Chard. Which just happened to be right around the corner from you. At a place called Chard, 611 Berlin Cross Keys Road, Sicklerville, New Jersey. It starts at 7 p.m. showtime. We will be performing the entire album. It's not a listening party, or it's not like I'm gonna give you a snippet or something. We're going to perform the entire album, and we're going to throw some covers in there too. You know, just make people be happy.
Is Chard a restaurant?
Chard is a restaurant. All right. It's fairly new. It's been open for about maybe 3 months now, or whatever. So black owned business, black owned restaurant in Sicklerville. Nice ambiance, very nice vibe. Very lovely place to perform. So far as the visual, and it's a nice place to actually see the show because you can see from every seat in the house. So really not bad. I get a lot of people asking me. No, so the tickets are online at www.chargrillbuffet.com. That's CharGrillbuffet.com. And you can purchase the tickets there. There are still some available, so you may want to get them now because it's almost sold out. So yeah, you might want to get that. And
I'm excited for you. Almost sold out.
Yeah, people have told me that it's always an experience at my show, and I got witnesses here, so I'm not just saying that. That's what they've told me. So yeah, why don't you come on and make the experience your own?
You won't go.
It said the 23rd and the 24th, right?
Yes, Friday and Saturday, the 23rd and the 24th.
Yeah. So before we was going into where his show was coming into, we need to go back to where we just left. We was talking about seeing your lover or meeting your Adam. And the reason why we were building up to that was because he has another song called I See Love.
Okay, so can I, before you say that, can I say something? Because now I want to play the flip side of the stance that I was taking. All right.
Sure.
We
and
always
before you do that.
Yeah.
Hold up. Hold on. Ahmed is here, and Ahmed said that don't get attracted to people, get attracted to goals. Very good. Yes, very good, very good. And he also, wait a minute, hold on. Yeah, there we go. And then he also was letting us know that people come and go. Then he also said he wanted us to put him on the green screen backwards because he feel like he's in here with us.
Come on,
My man, I'm in.
And say, come on in the
So
room.
go ahead, put us up with the next song.
So I See Love. All right. First of all, what we have to realize is everybody has been blessed with free will. People, we see a person and we will say, oh, that's my woman. You know what I mean? God told you you're my woman, or God told you you're my man, whichever way. The problem is, like, we're looking at the physical, but God deals on the spiritual. You know what I mean? So keep in mind, we were blessed with free will. So it's not that God said, okay, I'm your guy or you're my girl, but you said no, so now he's not going to bless me with nobody else. No, what it is that spirit that the vessel is carrying is this is for you. And if she says no, trust me, I got that spirit in another vessel. You know what I mean?
Do you think
So going to I See Love, what I See Love is about is letting that spirit be seen in its genuine state and whatnot. This song was actually, even though it sounds like a song for women, this song was actually written for the fellas to kind of let them know, when you see this woman at the gym or the market, I went back to that, approach her genuinely. Like, if you're a jokester, then genuinely approach her as a jokester. You know what I mean? If you're not a jokester, don't be going up there trying to tell all these jokes to talk to this person, because it's not going to be genuine, and she's going to feel that, and she's going to give you that, I'm just trying to work out. You blocking my progress. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. Y'all notice the head shake or whatever. Doing all this stuff. But if you come with your genuine self, even if it doesn't lead to a date, it may lead to a conversation.
Right. Friendship.
And then from off the conversation, all you got to do is do what Hitch said. Will Smith character in the movie Hitch, don't mess it up.
That's it. Don't mess it up. That's what we say. That part. Don't mess it up. Well, we going to play a clip. Can we play a clip of it?
Sure.
Okay. So here comes I See Love. Hey man, make sure it's going where it needs to go. Hold on. Let's try it again. Hold on.
Yo, turn my headphones up.
Excuse me, hey sis, can I get a minute of your time so I can say exactly what's on my mind? Your beauty's astounding, you're physically attractive to me, but please understand me, that's not all I see. How many came to you before and lied, but I can't repeat the past even if I try. I see love, I see love, I see love, I see love. I see love.
I tell you, I can't stand Ray Lamar Experience. I can't stand him. I just thought I'd let y'all know that ahead of time. I can't stand his experience.
Well, you know what? You have told me that in person, so I'm not mad at you.
God, did you see? I mean, it's like he literally become the keys. Did you feel that? He just did the
the other thing about that song is this. you know, men and women alike will tell you, we knew if we were going to be with you or give you the time of the day from the first minute we saw you. What we don't admit about that, or sometimes maybe not even realize, is that we're not even looking at your physical or your continence and everything like that. We're looking at your spirit shown through your aura.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because the way this song is set up, it's the guys, we sitting around at the food court at the mall, and we looking at all the women pass by as we do, like, yo, boss, you see that? Oh my goodness, blah, blah, blah. And we talking to y'all, we grading y'all, we rating y'all, whatever, you know, that guys do, you know what I mean, amongst guys and whatnot.
And all the secrets.
And y'all do, listen, y'all do the same thing to us, so let's not even
We
try.
don't rate y'all though. We like, she nice, she nice.
And that's a
Rate
rate.
y'all.
That's a rating. That's a rating within itself.
Not no 10. That's
I'm not saying rating like a 10,
Oh,
but
okay.
rating like, you know. So this guy, I forgot what was his name in there. Oh, I actually used my name in that one. So Ray, he sees this woman walk by, and there's something different about her than any other woman that walk by. It's something like her glow. He could see her personality through her aura that made him actually get up and go approach this woman named Naomi in, you know, in his genuine state. So that's what it's about. Sometimes it's about looking past, okay, just the physical. Like, okay, let's be honest, the physicals are going to be the first thing you see, obviously. You know what I mean? And 9 times out of 10, that's what's going to attract you to go further if you like it. But sometimes that physical might not be the best thing. She might not be unattractive, but it might not be the most thing. But you might see something else, be like, wait a minute. Whatnot.
Yeah.
Because like, and once again, this is another true story. I met a girl, and don't get me wrong, she was fine, but she was nowhere near the best looking woman that I ever went out with. But still, till this day, she's one of the few people that will call me and say, hey, you want to try this again? And I would be like, yes, by all means.
That was complicated, probably.
No, that wasn't her. That wasn't her.
Okay.
That was one of the clever of the other.
Well, do know that I See Love will be on will be on rotation. Not that complicated is not, but I See Love is that Love is that midnight thing. For if anybody remember Philadelphia, that's the song that probably would have came on Tony Brown's show.
Yes.
At midnight.
Yes.
After you did the T minus. Because when you said I See Love and you did that little one that you do and you that little hesitation, yeah. Hey Ron, how you doing? So listen, we're at the moment in the ending of another great sister chat, a chat that some of y'all was not thinking that we would ever really attack, because everyone has their own opinion about how they feel about it. And I say that lightly because of the fact of just because it's somebody's opinion, it doesn't mean you have to make it your fact.
Correct. Correct.
So with that being said, we're going to have what we call an inspirational moment. But the inspirational moment is we leave you with something, just a little quick snippet of something to leave you with to go through the next day. So everybody's going to have their little segment they're going to be able to say, including our guests. Just say something really small to encourage and inspire somebody to keep moving. May it be you guys. And again, tell them where we want to see you this weekend and where can they find you after this weekend. So where can they find you?
She says she's starting with us. Oh, I'm sorry. I was waiting for the inspiration. So, of course, this weekend at Chart in Sicklerville, New Jersey, once again, for my album release concert. After that, I have right now a few private gigs booked up, but I may be up in New York a little bit after that. Just follow me on social media, on Instagram, Ray Lamar 21. On Facebook, if you join my networking group, the Ray Lamar Experience Team Experience, come on in. You can follow me wherever I am. You can also post your going on inside the group, which is strongly encouraged because there's somebody in there that you can reach and bless and network with. You know what I mean? So come on in, join the group, post whatever you got going on, you know, and let's network and build this thing together.
Cool. And that's what I like about it.
And that's what I love about it, because he's saying, come onto my group and tell me what you're doing in my group, that my
Right.
group may see what you're doing, and we all do this together. And that's the experience. And that's the
Thank you.
experience that a
Thank
lot of
you.
people miss, because
Thank
when
you.
you deal with him, and for as long as I've known him, he's always drawing you in to the experience, even to the point where he changed the whole rewrite of Boot Up. I still don't see how he did that.
Oh man.
That's because it was the way. It was the way.
I said, did he do Boot Up like that? I was like, oh, you done made me look at Boo a whole little differently.
But you know what? And I'm sorry, I don't take time, but I'm glad you said that, because everybody always asks me, what is the Ray Lamar experience? Because I always say I'm Ray Lamar of the Ray Lamar experience and whatever. The Ray Lamar experience is these two sisters next to me. It's you guys on the screen. It's everybody that we build and connect with, because none of us does this alone.
Right.
You know what I mean? And if we can experience and build off of each other, you know what I mean? Why not that? Like, we got so much power that all we got to do is come together, because on the contrary to what most people believe, there's enough out there for everybody to eat doing what you do, even if we do the same thing. Because, for instance, music, like, I may not be ordained to reach Stacy, but you are. But I know Stacy and you don't.
Right.
So let's get together. You can help Stacy, and maybe I can help Tiffany or Tyreek. You know what I mean? That you know, and then we can get this thing together. So that's the experience in a nutshell.
Well, there you have it, y'all.
There you
So
have
we're
it.
gonna we're gonna have our experiments of our inspirational moment. Everybody, all 5 of us is gonna say something, and then we'll be right back for the inspiration. Y'all ready?
Okay.
Here we go.
Hi, guys. My inspirational moment today is just about listening and understanding, just being understanding of others. And listen, in your relationships, it will take you a long, long way. Like I always say, life is like a box of chocolates, right? You never know what you're going to get. So, God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth. That means listen twice as much as you speak. My inspirational moment.
I like that one. Oh man.
Which 3 of y'all want to go first?
I think Ray should go first.
My inspirational moment is taken from the Bible. All things work to the good of them that love the Lord. So first it says seek God and seek and find that love. But it says all things. So even the ups and downs that you're going through is helping to shape your breakthrough and to prepare you for, you know what I mean, that thing is good, because all things are working together for that good. So take that in consideration when you're going through a trial and tribulation, that it's going to be to your benefit.
My inspirational thought would probably be something that I've instituted this past year, and that's to get up every morning and not only meditate but pray, and really truly, I'm piggybacking here, really truly start to build a relationship with God, because it's really not about the traditions and church attendance if you don't truly have a relationship. So if you can start having a relationship with God, He's going to bring everything else. So I agree with you wholeheartedly. My inspirational point is to get up, meditate, start getting a relationship. Even if you read a verse a day in the morning like I do, it will bring you that much closer, and you start to get clarity through what you read.
Okay. So
All right.
This year for me, I've been kind of thrust into a lot of things that I either have been afraid of doing, or I have been procrastinating about doing. And this year, when I say everything hit me at one time, even with this experience, Ray, like it's an experience. And so my inspirational moment is going to be Don't be afraid to do things that take you out of your comfort zone. Push the fear to the back. Matter of fact, they was kind of like helping me with a fear earlier tonight. Push past it, because what's past the fear is your success. So the more you can push past it and understand that it's only scary because you haven't done it.
Yes.
Once you do it, it's not scary anymore. So push past your fears and keep going.
I like that. Well, high five on that one.
My inspirational moment really ties up with all of them. They all had the same thing. We all had the same thing in mind. And I believe if I had to really shut mine down, I don't know. What would I say? I would have to say, yeah, that's what I'll have to say. Breathe. Breathe. Don't be afraid and embrace it all, however it's coming. Because whatever it is that you're going to embrace the experience for where it's going to take you.
Right.
Or if where you don't go, it will lead you to it. But just remember to breathe and embrace it. That would be my inspirational moment. So there you have it, everybody. That's what we do. We leave you with something to take you out with more.
We had to give you a virtual high five on that.
Yes, high five, snapping it up.
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta embrace it, embrace the experience and understand that life is one big experience. And the only way you fail it is when you stop it.
Come on.
Don't stop it. Don't stop it. You have to keep going, because you never know what's in front of you.
And if you're not uncomfortable, you're not growing.
Exactly.
In the words of Frederick Douglass, without struggle, there is no progress.
Because pain hurts.
Yeah,
pain hurts,
and growth.
And
does
if you don't
too.
if you don't believe that pain hurts, then ask everybody about their learning curves. Well, it was a great experience. We had the best one on the line. So don't forget, guys, if you don't catch him this weekend in Sneakerville, New Jersey, shame on you. But you got an option to be able to catch him again, because he told you where you can find him on Facebook and all the groups. And if you can't, you know who his best friend is, right? Just call me and I'll tell you where you can find Ray Lamar and his experience. But I guarantee you, it will be an experience that you will never forget, and you will enjoy and be glad that you embraced. Yes. So I'm proud of him, because he finally, after all these years, finally dropped it and came and gave me an interview. I'm just bubbling over with excitement.
And you've been, and I must say, you've been asking me since you guys started this whole thing, and I've been very apprehensive. I don't know. So thank you for continuing to ask me and everything. And you were one of the catalysts that helped, push this thing to all the friends, everybody, my sister Kia Russell, just everybody. Thank y'all. Thank you.
Yes. Well,
Thank you for
having
me.
Congratulations.
Thank you both for coming. I'm praying that I'm going to be able to get over there Friday. I'm praying I'm going to be able to get in. But
pray harder.
But if not, I know where to find y'all when y'all be rehearsing. I know how to find y'all rehearsal spot. I know y'all rehearsal spot. But ladies,
congratulations and thank you for coming, and much success to you. Congrats. Have a fantastic and amazing show. If we don't make it, I know you're going to do the darn thing.
Yes,
and have a great connection together.
Thank you. And if I may say one more thing, Miss Heaven Butler, she also designs like different clothing and accessory articles.
I do like head bonnets and all kinds of like masks.
What's your Facebook,
all
Instagram name?
Yeah, what's yours too?
So that is on Instagram. Instagram is cultivastyles.com. I also do a detox drink called Drink to Shrink with Heaven, and it detoxes your body, and in the process you end up losing weight, which is how I got to where I am right now. I've lost like 30 pounds so far. And you
Oh,
can
we
catch
may have
that
to have you come back in the
Yes,
house on his
honey.
night.
and you can catch that at D, the letter D, 2S, D2S with heaven, all spelled out.
Okay,
Just
got
look
you.
at it.
Yeah,
And
drinkinstraight.heaven.com. It's D2S with heaven.com.
Got you.
Because I
And
always say the
don't
whole word and it's on the abbreviation. And
look for our invitation so we can talk
Yeah.
about our health day because
oh yes,
you know,
awesome. 'Cause
we
it
gotta
has
get
great
our
benefits.
we gotta get our beach bodies together because it is
I know, that's right.
summertime.
Yes.
So again,
Yes.
thank you both, and thank you, Ray, for bringing your experience here. We are so glad that you guys were here, and you already know, you always got keys to the door. You just gotta let us know when we need to create the experience.
Absolutely. And just one more again, I'm sorry, I know y'all gotta go, but this young
Sorry,
lady's
Shameless plug. You can find me on Instagram. I'm a private chef, caterer at Flavor Sanctuary. I'm based out of Sicklerville, New Jersey, and I service Philadelphia, New Jersey, and Delaware. I've flown out to Dallas, Miami, wherever you need me. Just call me. Flavor Sanctuary is spelled normal spelling on Instagram, on Facebook, anywhere you can find me that way.
Well, don't you see that? See, I always keep telling you, you never know who knows what or can do what if you never have the conversation.
Yes.
So if you need
So we
some
got a
food,
chef,
I know that's
we
right.
got a designer, and then
That's
they
it.
also sing for you. The experience just don't get no bigger than that.
that's what I'm saying.
Oh, wait,
That's what
yes.
I'm saying. That's what
So
I'm saying.
guys,
All day.
here on the Sister Chat, tomorrow tomorrow they will be Turn Up Thursday. Unfortunately, our Val won't be here, but we will still get our praise on. So don't forget tomorrow at 7 o'clock to come through on the No BS Duo show for Turn Up Thursday, Raise the Praise, where they don't believe you just praise them on Sunday. We praise them on Thursday too. So
Right.
we'll catch y'all on Thursday, and then we'll see you guys on Saturday. But remember, we always have an experience of something that's been created just for you on here. And from Sister Chat, you know what we say, right, sis?
Yes.
It's not that you can't wear your crown. No, it's not that we don't tell you you can't. You may just have to shift it, move it. It may even fall a little bit. Just put it back on and just shift it a little bit. That's
Yes.
all.
We will see you
So-
right back here next Wednesday, 5 p.m., same time, same bat channel with the Sister Chat. Thank you, guys.
And she did that without doing her shoulders, y'all. Y'all crazy. Did you really think you was gonna get off without me telling you about your
right now.
shoulder? Well, we stay right back. We're gonna stay right here. We're gonna stay here, but you guys got to go. So see y'all later. And remember,
Thank you again.
we
Thank you.
you.
Heart,
Did I do it right?
see.
I see.
Yeah. All that thing.
All of that.
All of
All that.
that. All of this.